The Galactic Council Hall was larger than any city on Earth. It floated in space like a shining crown. Inside, thousands of alien leaders sat in silent rows. Each one ruled a world older, richer, and more advanced than Earth. Today, they were not silent. They were laughing. At the center of the hall stood a single human figure. He was small compared to the tall, sharp, glowing beings around him. He wore a simple dark uniform. No medals. No bright lights. Just calm eyes and steady breath. Behind him, a large hologram showed Earth's prototype. It looked simple. Too simple. A long metal shape. No golden armor. No glowing weapons. No strange symbols of power. Whispers spread through the hall. Is that it? This is their great invention. They wasted council time for this. The laughter grew louder. One alien delegate, tall and silver-skinned, leaned forward. Is this a joke? He said. Our children build better machines. Another voice followed, sharp and cruel. Humans are still playing with old metal while we bend stars. The human did not react. He stood still. He did not smile. He did not argue. The Galactic Council leader finally spoke. His voice echoed across the hall. Earth, he said, you were invited as a courtesy. You are young, weak, emotional. We expected humility. Not this. More laughter. The hologram rotated slowly. The prototype revealed no weapons. No shields. No engines that looked powerful. The council saw nothing special. What purpose does it serve? The leader asked. The human replied in a calm voice. It is a prototype. That was all. The hall exploded with noise. A prototype of failure, someone shouted. They copy our technology and still fall behind, said another. Some delegates stopped laughing. They were not amused anymore. They were angry. You dare stand here, one of them said, and insult the council with unfinished junk. The leader raised one hand. The noise faded. Earth, he said coldly. You will withdraw this project. You will stop all further development. Or the council will take action. The words hung heavy in the air. A threat. A clear one. Every race in the hall understood what that meant. Economic blockades. Orbital control. Quiet wars that erased planets without blame. All eyes turned to the human. This was the moment. They expected fear. They expected begging. They expected anger. The human did none of those things. He touched a small device on his wrist. Earth acknowledges the council's concern, he said. Some aliens smiled. They thought this was surrender. Then the human added, Earth will respond shortly. The hologram vanished. The prototype disappeared from view. The human turned and walked away. No argument. No defense. No warning. The council laughed again. Running already, someone said. Typical humans, another replied. But far away, beyond the hall, on a small blue planet, Earth received the council's threat. And Earth answered. Not with anger. Not with fear. But with one simple message. The message began with two words. Thank you. And somewhere deep in the Galactic Council Hall, systems flickered for just a moment. No one noticed. Yet, the Galactic Council believed they knew humanity well. To them, Earth was predictable. A small blue world at the edge of known space. Late to interstellar travel. Late to advanced science. Late to power. Humans had joined the galactic stage only a short time ago. When they first arrived, they asked questions. Too many questions. They watched. They learned. They copied. That was what the galaxy remembered. Humans had lost their first trade disputes. They had backed down from their first border conflict. They had accepted unfair rules just to survive. To the older races, this meant only one thing. Weakness. Inside the council chamber, the leaders spoke quietly among themselves. They did not even look toward Earth's empty platform anymore. They always fold, said one delegate. They fear loss, said another. They value life too much to fight properly. In their history records, Earth was full of wars, but also full of regret. Humans fought each other for centuries. They destroyed their own cities. They poisoned their skies. Then they stopped. That confused the galaxy. Most races grew stronger through endless conquest. Humans chose limits. They created laws. They argued instead of attacking. They tried to fix damage instead of spreading it. To the Council, this was proof. Humans were emotional, not dangerous. What the Council never studied closely was what humans did after they stopped fighting each other. On Earth, failure was not shame. It was data. Every lost war became a lesson. Every broken machine became a better design. Every insult became quiet motivation. While the galaxy showed power openly, humans learned in silence. They did not show their best work first. They never had. In the Council archives, Earth's prototype was labeled basic. Low threat. Unimpressive. No one asked why humans looked so calm while being mocked. No one asked why the prototype showed no weapons. On Earth, deep underground and far from satellites, human scientists watched the Council feed closely. They replayed every insult, every laugh, every threat. Not with anger, with focus. The prototype shown to the Council was not meant to impress. It was meant to observe. It listened. It measured. It learned how the galaxy would react. Humans had learned something important long ago. Never reveal your strength to someone who laughs at you. Back in the Council hall, the leaders prepared formal documents. Sanctions. Warnings. Quiet punishments. They believed Earth would respond soon with apologies. Instead, the Council received a notification. A message from Earth. Just one. No demands. No defense. No explanation. Some leaders laughed again. They thank us for the warning, one said. How polite. Others felt something strange. The message was too calm. Too short. Humans were many things. But careless was not one of them. Far away, the prototype powered up fully for the first time. Its true purpose was about to begin. And for the first time, the Galactic Council had underestimated not a weapon, but a mindset. One that learned quietly and waited patiently. The Galactic Council received Earth's message exactly 1 hour later. It appeared on every screen at the same time. No symbols of rank. No hidden codes. No emotional language. Just a short text. Thank you for your concern. Your response has been noted. That was all. The Council chamber went quiet. Then the laughter returned. They thank us, a delegate said, as if we gave them advice. Another leaned back comfortably. Humans always try to sound brave at the end. The Council leader waved his hand. Prepare enforcement plans, he said. Earth will comply soon enough. But before the orders could be finalized, a soft alert sounded through the hall. Not an alarm. Just a system notice. One by one, screens around the chamber flickered. Engineers frowned. Security officers checked their panels. What is that? Someone asked. The Council leader turned sharply. Report. A technician stood, his voice unsure. Sir, an unknown signal has appeared. It originated from Earth. More laughter. A threat already. They cannot even threaten properly. But the technician shook his head. No, sir. It is not a weapon signal. It is not communication either. Then what is it? The leader demanded. The technician swallowed. It is a test. Across the galaxy, near Earth system, space itself began to change. No explosion. No bright light. Just movement. Sensors from dozens of civilizations focused on the same point. Their readings made no sense. Distance folded slightly. Time readings drifted out of sync. Physics rules that never failed began to disagree with each other. Back in the council hall, voices rose. This violates standard space limits, one delegate said. That is impossible, said another. Our models forbid this. The council leader stood slowly. Shut it down, he ordered. The technician's hands shook. We cannot, sir. We are not connected to it. A new image appeared on the central display. It was the prototype. The same simple shape they had laughed at. Now active. Still no weapons. Still no shields. But space around it bent like soft glass. The council fell silent. This is manipulation without force, someone whispered. No energy spike, another said. No known engine. The impossible was happening calmly. Then a second message arrived from Earth. The human delegate reappeared on the screen. His face was calm. Almost polite. The prototype you saw, he said, was never designed to threaten. He paused. It was designed to answer a question. The council leader stared. What question? The human replied. How would the galaxy react if humans showed weakness? No one spoke. The human continued. You laughed. You threatened. You revealed your assumptions. The prototype shifted slightly. A distant unmanned probe from another civilization vanished. Then reappeared intact several units away. No damage. No delay. Perfect relocation. Gasps filled the chamber. That breaks transit law, someone said. That breaks causality, another whispered. The human nodded once. We agree, he said. That is why we did not use it before. The council leader felt something unfamiliar. Fear. You said this was a prototype, he said carefully. It is, the human replied. Of our restraint. The screen went dark. Around the council hall. No one laughed anymore. Because they finally understood. Earth had never come to ask for approval. Earth had come to measure the galaxy. And the results were now clear. The Galactic Council hall was silent. Not the calm silence of control, but the heavy silence of shock. The prototype still floated on the main display. Simple. Quiet. Untouchable. Council leaders stared at it as if it might move again. Security officers ran scans from every system. Military advisors checked threat charts. Scientists argued with their own data. Nothing made sense. It does not use force, one scientist said softly. It does not burn fuel. It does not break space, another replied. It rewrites it. The words spread fear through the hall. Civilizations had spent thousands of years mastering weapons. Bigger ships. Stronger shields. Faster attacks. Humans had chosen something else. Control. A council military commander stood. If this technology is weaponized, he said, no defense can stop it. The council leader clenched his hands. Can we destroy it? He asked. The answer came after a long pause. No, said the chief engineer. We cannot even target it. Our systems lose lock the moment we try. More silence. Across the galaxy, fleets quietly changed position. Borders were reinforced. Emergency meetings began on distant worlds. Fear traveled faster than light. Back on Earth, there were no celebrations. No cheers. No victory speeches. Human leaders watched quietly. They had expected this reaction. The prototype was still running its test. It observed communication spikes. Power shifts. Defense responses. It learned. Inside the council hall, panic slowly turned into caution. We must speak to them again, one leader said. Carefully. They tricked us, another replied. No, said a third. We tricked ourselves. The human delegate returned to the screen. He did not look proud. He did not look angry. Only tired. We are not here to threaten, he said. We showed you what you asked to see. The council leader leaned forward. You showed us power, he said. Unacceptable power. The human shook his head. No, he replied. We showed restraint. He paused. This system could move fleets, redirect asteroids, end wars before they begin. Gasps filled the chamber. But it does not, the human continued, because humans remember something. What? The leader asked. What it is like, the human said, to be laughed at. The words landed harder than any weapon. We did not come to replace the council, he said. We came to see if it could treat us as equals. The prototype dimmed slightly. Its effects faded. Physics returned to normal. But the fear remained. The council leader finally spoke. You were underestimated, he said slowly. Yes, the human replied. And that was your choice. The council had lost something that day. Not power. Confidence. They now understood the truth. Humanity was not dangerous because of its technology. Humanity was dangerous because it learned, because it waited, and because it stayed calm, while others laughed. And the galaxy had just awakened something. It could no longer ignore. The Galactic Council did not meet for a long time after that day. When they finally did, the hall felt different. Quieter. Careful. No one laughed anymore. The council leaders reviewed reports again and again. Fleet movements. Sensor data. Scientific analysis. All of it pointed to the same truth. Humanity could no longer be ignored. A formal message was prepared. Not a threat. Not a warning. An invitation. Earth received it without celebration. Human leaders gathered, not in a grand hall, but in a simple room. They read the message once. Then twice. The Galactic Council requested dialogue. Equal dialogue. The human delegates returned to the council hall days later. This time, no one mocked his size. No one whispered. The council leader stood as the human appeared on the platform. That had never happened before. Earth, the leader said. The council withdraws all sanctions and threats. A pause. We acknowledge humanity as a sovereign equal. The words echoed through the hall. Some delegates looked uncomfortable. Others looked relieved. The human nodded. Thank you, he said. No pride. No victory speech. Just calm. We do not seek control, the human continued. We seek stability. He looked around the chamber. We know what fear does to young civilizations. We lived through it. The council listened closely. We built weapons once, he said. They destroyed us from the inside. So we built limits. And then we built understanding. The council leader spoke carefully. What will you do with this technology? The human answered simply. We will protect our world. And help others avoid the mistakes we made. That answer confused many in the hall. Power was meant to dominate. That was the galactic rule. Humans broke that rule too. The prototype was officially classified as defensive. No demands were made to share it. No demands were made to dismantle it. For the first time, the council chose trust over force. As the human delegate prepared to leave, the council leader asked one final question. Why show us this at all? He asked. You could have stayed silent. The human stopped. Because respect earned through fear never lasts, he said. And respect earned through honesty does. The transmission ended. Across the galaxy, stories spread. About a species that was mocked, threatened, dismissed, and yet answered with patience. Humans did not rise by crushing others. They rose by refusing to become what they feared. On Earth, life continued as normal. Cities buzzed. Children looked at the stars. They did not know the galaxy had changed. But it had. Humanity now had a place among the stars. Not because they were the strongest, but because they proved something rare. That true power does not shout. It waits. And when the galaxy laughs, it answers calmly. With one message.